Hey friends, happy Monday and welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom, and I share What's for Dinner videos like this every Monday to hopefully motivate you to cook more for your family and give you some meal inspiration. This week we tried a couple new things, had some favorites, and we even ate out one night, but I still hope that you're able to get some inspiration from today's video. And if you like these kinds of videos, I hope you'll subscribe down below. As always, any recipes that I mention will be linked in the description box. Now let's go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. Starting off with Friday night, we had what my family calls chicken and cheese dip. Very simple, but I think at most Mexican restaurants it's typically called like Pollo Fundido, if I remember correctly. It's really good. I made some black beans. Typically I do refried beans, but I was out of canned refried beans. I seasoned the black beans with a little bit of taco seasoning, and then I cooked up 2 boxes of Mexican rice, and then I cooked my chicken breast on my Cuisinart griddler with a little bit of adobo seasoning on both sides. And then here's how it looks like all plated up. You just cut up the chicken and then put cheese dip all over whatever you want. We usually just do like the chicken and maybe a little bit on the rice. And then I like to put pico on top of mine. And then we had some salsa on the side and some chips. And we were trying this white cheese dip from Sam's Club for the first time, and it was pretty good. Not exactly the same as the one that I used to buy in Georgia, but it was good, and I will buy it again to have dinners like this. Saturday night, we tried a new recipe that I found on Instagram called creamy sausage Ditalini. I'm starting off by browning up 1 pound of sausage, and I'm just gonna break that apart and cook it up until it's almost fully cooked. And then I'm going to add in about a couple cloves of minced garlic. I think I did like 5 or 6. And then I'm also going to add in my Ditalini pasta, 2 1/4 cups of it, and just like toast that up for like a minute or two, and like let the pasta get coated with any of like the remaining grease from the sausage. Then I'm going in with 3 1/2 cups of beef broth, and I'm going to let this simmer over medium heat until most of that liquid has absorbed. Once it has absorbed pretty much most of it, then you're going to add in some heavy cream. I did 1/2 cup, and then season it with salt and pepper and continue simmering it until most of that has been absorbed. By that time, your pasta should be fully cooked. Then you can turn off the heat and stir in 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/3 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, some parsley, and then you can taste it to see if you need to add any other seasonings. I served this with a salad on the side, and this was so good. It was so creamy and delicious. We all loved it, and I will definitely make this recipe again. Sunday night, we had jelly and chili sauce meatballs. I'm starting off by adding a bag of frozen meatballs to my crock pot, and then I'm adding in a jar of chili sauce, and then I'm also going to rinse that jar and make sure I get all of the sauce out of it. And then I'm adding the jelly, and for the jelly this time I chose to use this berry jalapeno pepper jelly. I really like to use pepper jellies in this because it just gives it a little bit more spice and flavor, and it's delicious. You can, of course, just use grape jelly if you want, but I highly recommend trying a pepper jelly in it. Once I get all that added in, I give it a good stir, and then I put this on low for like 5 hours, and it was done. It's super quick to make. You could even do high for like 3 and it'll be done super fast. And then here's what they look like. I just went in and gave them a good stir, and then I served these on top of some Instant Pot mashed potatoes, which I will leave a link down below for how I do those, as well as a can of green beans on the side. Monday night, we had Greek chicken salads. We do chicken salads like a lot in the summer, and I just wanted to switch it up a little bit, so I found a recipe for some Greek dressing, which is what I am making right now, using a jar that has measurements on the side, just to make it really simple. I can make it in what I'm going to store it in. I'm adding in 1/2 cup of some oil, 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, a tablespoon of seasoning. I am using an Italian Mediterranean blend. in this. It's supposed to be a Greek seasoning. I just went with Mediterranean because it's what I could find easily at the store. You could make your own seasoning blend if you want to as well. I think the recipe has a link to a Greek seasoning mix if you want to make your own. And then a teaspoon of Dijon mustard and a tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And then I just whisked that all together really well, shook it in my jar, and then set that in the fridge to chill until it was time to eat our salads. For my chicken, I have 2 chicken breasts here that I have sliced in half horizontally to make them thin, and I am seasoning them all over with the same Birria Italian seasoning Mediterranean blend, and then also some garlic powder and salt and pepper. And then I spritz them with some cooking spray, and then I'm going to get these on my Cuisinart griddler to grill them up and get them nice and seared. And then I just let them cool for a little bit and cut them up to have on salads for those of us that did have salads. So for the salad, we had that Greek dressing that I made, some tomatoes, cucumbers, feta cheese, croutons, carrots. Elijah decided he did not like the Greek dressing, so he just had like the Aldi version of Italian like Olive Garden dressing. Lily had a plate of just like veggies and chicken. And then on the side of our salads, you'll notice we got this crispy fried thing. That is falafel. I got a box of falafel mix from the lady who was getting rid of stuff because she had to go gluten-free, and this box of falafel says it was processed in a facility with wheat, so she had to get rid of it. So I've never tried falafel. Nobody in the house had. And I was like, you know what? It's free. I'm going to try it and serve it on the side of our Greek meal. And guess what? We all loved it. We all thought it was really good. Definitely want to try falafel from a place now. But I've got half of the box left still to have with another meal. So if you have any recommendations of what we should eat it with, let me know down below because we really enjoyed it with our Greek salads. Tuesday night, I made a favorite using leftovers from the freezer. So we had Birria Quesadillas, like, I don't know, a couple weeks back, a month or so ago. And I froze the leftover birria meat and consomme, and then I thawed it out to make more quesadillas. And the meat was like still partially frozen and like the consomme, so I just tossed it in the Instant Pot and did a pressure cook for 15 minutes and then let it do a natural release, and then it was perfect. And we made quesadillas, and I also made some homemade guacamole on the side. And yeah, it was a quick and easy family favorite dinner. If you saw the vlog that went up yesterday, you know Wednesday we went to a Johnny Cash tribute band called Cash in Hand. It was a little concert in the park in Sparta. So we went to that, and Sparta's like, I don't know, like 25-ish minutes from our house. And that was from 6 to 8. So we got home kind of late, and we decided to just pick up Rocky Rococo's pizza and breadsticks for a super simple dinner because as I said, it was late and the kids had to get ready for bed shortly after this. So we got their like meat pizza, but we took off the Italian sausage because Lily likes sausage, but not Italian sausage. The seasoning in it, she is not a fan of anymore. So we got no Italian sausage, some breadsticks and marinara on the side. And finally, for Thursday night, we had chicken Caesar salad wraps. Well, at least me and Elijah did. So it's just like basically a bagged Caesar salad, except I didn't buy the bag. You know, it's got the lettuce, it's got croutons, it's got Parmesan cheese, and then it's got the Caesar dressing. And then we added chicken to that and rolled it up in a tortilla. We had some tater tots on the side, and then Andy decided to just have a salad. He's got like tomatoes in there and I don't know, maybe carrots, Parmesan cheese. He used the Greek dressing, I'm pretty sure, because we have leftovers of that. And then Lily had a chicken and cheese wrap, and then tater tots on the side. And now it's time for our weekly member shoutouts. If you didn't know, you can become a channel member down below next to my name and the subscribe button. You should see a join button. If that's not available for you, try going to like Google Chrome, your browser or something, because you may be on an Apple device where you're not able to see that in the YouTube app. But you can become a channel member for $1.99 and get some special member perks like member shoutouts at the end of every week's What's for Dinner. So I want to say thank you to the 22 of you who have been channel members. It really means a lot to me that you guys continue to support me in an additional way. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this What's for Dinner. If you got some meal ideas, let me know in the comments down below. And if you made it here all the way to the end, make sure you leave me a smiley face emoji down there in the comments as well. I hope y'all have a great week, and I will see y'all on Wednesday with the grocery haul. Bye.